Can y'all hear me now? I forgot the Bluetooth's connected. Can y'all hear me? Hey, Chicago BBW. Yeah, Nikki, I'm gonna probably call you later. Michelle, what's up? Chicago BBW. Happy Memorial Day. Hey, Cat Eyes, how you guys doing? What y'all getting your barbecue on? I'm at a hot pot. Let me give y'all the tour real quick. Hold on. Turn it around. Hey, JJ, what's up, son? This is where I'm at. So it's called what the name hell is the name of the place? Well, what I'm having is called Shabu Shabu. We also know it as a hot pot, which I'll show y'all in a minute. Y'all know I told you I like Asian food, but it also has hibachi grills, and y'all can see there's a family behind me. Y'all can see over there. Let me turn it around. I'm impressed because this guy is up. He's got a cloth up here and he's on the table. Okay, we're gonna watch her do this. We're gonna watch you do this. All right. So is this the spicy broth? Okay, you put the spices in it. Okay. Okay, and I pour that in there. Okay. I don't know. I thought she did it. I had it in there last time, but okay. Okay, and then I have beef. Wow. Okay. So the dinner one is bigger than the lunch one. Okay, so this is the first time I did the dinner one, so I'll have some to go home. Okay. Both. So I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. You can throw some more onion in there. I'm a huge onion person, yeah. And if you have ginger, I'm a huge ginger person. I'm getting ready to show you. I'm at a place called what's the name of the restaurant? Yamagata Japanese Steakhouse. And I'm doing what's called Shabu Shabu, which in Arizona and California I know it as a hot pot. Same thing, right? Okay. All right. And then I also got I didn't know the dinner's bigger. Dumplings, okay, cool. Thank you. And do they have the dipping sauce? Do you have mustard? Okay. Okay. The hot mustard, right? She's a hot mustard. Do you have the one they have like a vinegary one too that they usually do for dumplings? You know, it's like a vinegar soy. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a vinegar soy. Oh, this might be it right here. That'll work, right? But yeah, I think that's it. Okay, I'll know for sure. All right, so that's all my sauces, right? Okay. Yeah, you start. It gives me right here, but I remember you started kind of with the meat first, and then you add the vegetables last. Yeah, because it'll get too mushy. Okay, cool beans. All right, thank you very much. What's your name? Caitlin. Caitlin, thank you so much. Thank you very much. All right. Yes, please. Thank you. All right, turn it around. All right. It's a way to be away from grumpy, y'all. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna try to put y'all here then. I'm gonna see if that'll work. Hold on. Oh, that's better. Okay. Can y'all see me okay? I've only been here for lunch, so I didn't know they give you this much for dinner. So I'm gonna be taking some of it home, obviously. But Grumpy don't have no food in the house. I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, let me get my highs out the way because I saw. So Nikki, what's up? Chicago BBW, I said hi. Cat Eyes, I said hi. Son, you know I always got you. H.E. Bach, what's up? Micheline, what's going on, baby? That girl, hey, how you doing? Chicago, I got you, got you. Quan, hey Quan, what's up? Quan, my baby. Thank you so much. All right. So in the first time I ever had this, it's called a hot pot, and I had it in Arizona. And when I first had it, I wasn't in trucking. I was working a corporate job. I was in the East Valley of our town, and they had this thing, and they bring out the broth. So I'm gonna see if I can do this where y'all can see some of it. Hold on, let me see if I turn it around. If I can do it as I turn around. So these two, you open them up, and it's kind of like some kind of flavored oil, and you pour that in there. Okay. Oh, hold on. I hope this is me. Okay. Also, you got to turn this thing on because it makes that hot. Okay. And so you do that, and then I hope that's the right one. I'm hoping that's the right. I think that's the right one because it's the end of the table. Then you take this seasoning right here and you dump that in there too. Okay. So you create your own broth with that seasoning. It's a spicy broth. Okay. You let that broth cook, and then you do have tongs. You have these tongs right here. Once this broth starts getting hot and steaming, you then take your meat and start dropping your meat in there. And then as you take your meat, and this you notice I also have some meatballs over here. You drop that. This is some tofu, mushrooms, and some other veggies. And then you have the noodles. You drop the noodles in last because you don't want them to get mushy. And then you can do this one or two ways. So you could actually eat this as a soup, or you can eat it as almost like a, it almost looks like a kind of a semi stir fry, but you can take it out and put it on a plate and eat it. You know, she didn't bring me a bowl to eat it with. And then you have rice, so you can mix it with that too. You know, I'm gonna turn y'all around. Yeah, it's kind of like a good version of, and Nikki, you're right on the money. Let me turn it around, y'all. Hold on, I dropped my napkin. So to me, it's like a good version of a really good. I'm a pho fan, so Vietnamese pho, PHO. We may say pho, but it's pho. So I'm a fan of pho. A huge fan of pho. And I was introduced to that by one of my colleagues when I was working at University of Phoenix. Um, it was, well, I've worked with a lot of people, and I respect folks' choices, even though I don't understand all of them. And her name was, oh, I can't remember her first name. Was it Ashley? I think her first name was Ashley, but she was going transitioning to being Kai. So she was going from a female to a male. So she was on the hormones and stuff when I left. But she's the one who, or he, she, whatever, introduced me to it. And that was the first time. Yes, starting to steam already. So I did hit the right one. So this one is bigger because, like I said, I only came here the first time for lunch. She said, "Crap, visitor." Everyone have that girl. You funny like, damn. They done messed up me watching the meal. That girl, you gonna work out on our channel because she's a hot mess. She like, damn, I got a visitor. Oh, Nikki, I got you, dog. I can tell you two places to go. So, okay, so you on the west side of town. We talked about where you at, right? So there are two really good pho restaurants. Um, I'm gonna send them to you. Remind me, and I'll send you the links via Yelp. And I've gone to both, and they are off the chain. Matter of fact, they know me. Actually, there's three. They know me. Look, they know me. I walk in like, "Hi, how you doing? Your friend come in?" Because they think me and Joe. I got you, dog. And then the best one I went to is in Central Phoenix. So if you ever go into Central Phoenix, well, I'm gonna say best as far as it's more popular. If you go, okay, I'm gonna show y'all now. It's steaming. Y'all can see it steaming. I'm just gonna turn it around this way. Y'all see it steaming? See it steaming? So the broth is gets already ready. So then you have to turn down. You turn your temperature gauge down here. See your temperature gauge? You can turn that down. But it's steaming. And it's getting ready to boil. And so you control it. And then I'll show y'all as I start dropping stuff in. But yeah, Nikki, I got you on the pho. You like pho? I, look, I have to see if I have some of my reviews. All pho is it's just a really good soup. Okay, so what it is, it came. It's a Vietnamese soup. They boil a beef bone for like I don't know how many hours to get that broth to be like some flavorful crap. Then you add all your stuff in. It's too bad I'm not in Phoenix because me and you would just go and talk to Joe, and we all hook up in Phoenix and go. Cause I'm a huge Asian stuff. That's my number one thing. Hold on, y'all. I gotta pull my chair up. Getting ready to get my grub on. All right, there we go. Yeah, so Asian food, that is like one of my top favorites. You can never go wrong. They're very polite. Like she even brought my paper over and she had a napkin holding it, so I guess she couldn't get her fingers on it. Clean. And the dude is over here on the table with a like a cloth over the table, up there polishing and cleaning the vent hood. So clean. I tell you about Grumpy Smurf, y'all. We got some hot mess with Grumpy Smurf, and I ain't gonna be on here long because I'm gonna get my grub on. But So let me see if I can. Who I got on here? Somebody said, "Hey, Tawana Dietrich, what's up, baby?" Hold on, Nikki. That girl is funny. She's like, "Damn, I got a visitor." She'll play it back. Hey, what's up? We doing some hot pot over here. Let me see if I can turn this around and do it as I'm doing it, y'all. All right, so how you would work it, and just kind of work it with you, and then I'm talk to y'all for a minute. I'll make y'all do some grumpy story. Thank you very much. All right, so you take your meats and you're gonna drop it in here, okay? And I'm gonna put the temperature back to right about there. The meat will cook, and you want the meat to cook in there. So you just shoot, drop your meat in there and let your meat cook, and it cooks in that spicy broth. So I'm just dropping it all in there because I'm gonna end up taking most of this home. I didn't know the lunch one is a lot smaller. That's why like the prices were a little bit bigger. Because last time I think I did beef and shrimp, and I paid like $15. This time beef and shrimp was almost $25. I was like, okay, why is it so expensive? Well, it's because you're getting a lot more meat. So I just did the beef. So you drop the beef in there, and you got your tongs. Just keep dropping it in. Okay, and you let it cook. Okay. So like I said, you can eat it as a soup, or you can eat it as something else. I'm gonna move the vegetables over to here, and I'm gonna put it there. Just makes more room. And then you have a sauce you can use also when you're eating it. So you can take that sauce, and you can have like I'm asking for a bowl. Well, I can use this little bowl right here. You can take that sauce. And you can bring me a plate too, but you can take that sauce and you can drizzle it on there and eat it almost like a semi stir fry, or you can put it in the bowl and eat it as a soup. You can do either or, and I usually do both because the broth is really usually very good. And you also have some chili oil and what is it, chili oil over there, and I forgot what else. Yeah, some chili oil there. But anyway, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'll be putting in the meatballs. I'll let this cook for a little bit. I'll put in the meatballs and then I'll put in the vegetables. And the last thing we drop in is the noodles. And the noodles are kind of frozen from what I can say right now. You know it, hot and spicy. Oh yeah, I love hot and spicy. My age is starting to get me where I can't do it too hot anymore. But yeah, my age is like when I do my pho, I add in. I'm gonna see, Nikki. I'll see if I have some pictures of the pho that I've done. Actually, I'm a reviewer on Yelp, so some of my Yelp pictures for Fothan will be on there. And the owner of Fothan knows me. The owner and his son, they know me when I walk in. They may not know my name, but they know me when I walk in. Okay, H. E. Bach, you're familiar with pho? Okay. Yeah, not everybody's familiar with pho. I love pho. Yeah, they cook it. If you ever do research on how pho came about, it's a street food from Vietnam, but it is amazing. So I want to make sure this is a hot mustard. It is a spicy mustard. I think she just brought me the same mustard the other lady brought me. Hold on. Yeah. Oh yeah, that worked. Okay. I've never had Haitian food, although I would try it. I'm a person I try most, unless it's something really bizarre. Like I won't do monkey brains, but because I had a teacher in high school who had gone overseas and he did monkey brains and explained that to us. I'm so cool. But I don't know. I might if I'm not eating, but he was eating it out of the monkey at the table. So overseas, like I don't know if y'all ever saw Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom where they had that monkey head cracked open, and they're eat. That is actually true. They do in certain countries do that. And he went over there and experienced that. I'm like, that's not something that's going far beyond the Shannon scope. But I'm a person that will. I try a lot of food. I can try stuff. If I don't like it, I just won't eat it again. But that's something for my culture and for African Americans. Some of us aren't adventurous when it comes, and I know I'm fat, but even if you weren't fat, you just want to go try foods, try something different other than like grumpy. And I'll tell y'all an old grumpy story later, but um, well, no, I can tell that now. It's just something that's entertaining. When Grumpy had reached out to me, he had come and stayed with me at one of my apartments. And knowing, I didn't know he was lazy, but I knew he didn't like to really walk in the heat. Arizona gets hot. Hey, Smooth, what's up? Um, he had come and stayed, and I was living in Mesa, Arizona at the time. There was a place, and it was called Euro Cafe. They just reopened, but they're in the. I love plantains, so I do like Caribbean food. So if you're talking, if the Haitian would be like Jamaican Caribbean, I love plantains. Um, forgot the name of the stuff. Uh, a friend of mine, they've gone over there and they'd come back and make Jamaican food here in the States for me. Sometimes her cousin is really good at making it. Um, anyway, Grumpy came, stayed, and there was a place around the corner called Euro Cafe. They made calzones this big, man. Huge calzones. European food. Phenomenal. Well, Grumpy, because he's a hood ninja and he ain't used to too much different, he had come to stay with me and we went over to Euro Cafe. At Euro Cafe, the owner, she knew me, she's a Christian lady, and her husband was this Greek or whatever. I don't know what he was. I think he was Greek. Hell, I don't know. I don't know what the brother was. Anyway, homeboy, who later was arrested by the federal government for something illegal with federal FBI notices on the business. He has gotten out since and reopened the business, but now further east. I don't know if it's the same, but he was in the penitentiary for a minute for whatever he did, major white collar. So, I'm he kind of looked kind of gangster. So I ain't gonna lie, he looked like kind of like the Russian mafia gangster kind of dude, or like Greek mafia kind of dude. When you met him, he was cool, and his name was Romeo. That was his name. And hey, African Violet. Um, e- e- anyway, Romeo, he was pretty much the one with the recipes. His wife was kind of the face of the front. And I don't know if she was from, she looked European too, but she had more Anglo kind of looks. I'm not sure. But they're really cool. I mean, she was cool, and Romeo was always cool. Heavy, heavy accent. Romeo. Wife spoke good English. But the restaurant was cool. It had a coffee house on one side with they had a stage where they'd have live performances and stuff like that. Then the other side was more the restaurant side, and then their dessert bar was some impeccable crap, right? And so Grumpy and I one night we had gone to see my grandma. That's back when she was alive, and he was staying with me for a couple of days in the East Valley. So again, he wasn't driving. This is way before I got sick. So I was about 20. I was working for Chase Manhattan back then. So I was balling back then. And balling meaning I had a fat apartment and not smart. And the thing that, and when I talk about stuff, I tell y'all, I've learned from my own mistakes. Instead of taking the money I was making, and I was making somewhere in the 80s, 90s a year back then. And instead of taking that and buying a place, I'm renting this fat apartment that's costing me a pretty penny back then. So I'm in this fat apartment. I had two balconies off of it, fireplace, Arizona, damn fireplace. Kitchen, washer, dryer. I mean, my apartment was laid. It was nice. And so I was right up the street from Euro Cafe. I was right down the street from I was in walking distance of the mall. I mean, everything was right there. So Grumpy and I took him, we came and I said, well, let's go stop to eat before we go to the house. Because he was staying with me. So I said, we're going to stop at this place called Euro Cafe. I didn't know his finickiness. He said, what's that? I said, you like it? It's good. Come on. I said, so we get there, take him. Thank you, Quan. Read what Quan said, and everybody do that. Like, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and share it out. And also check us out on the Trucker 411 Facebook page, as well as the YouTube page, and we're going to be putting more content up. And our next subject is going to be kind of fun because it's going to be kind of what I'm doing right now. We're going to talk about restaurants that you can go to and possibly park a truck. So we're going to talk about our finds over the road. But Grumpy, and I took him in there, and the lady came up and she's like, well, what kind of tea would you like? And she goes, tea? He goes, Lipton. And she looked at him. This place was kind of, a little more upscale. So Lipton wasn't, they had passion fruit tea, they had different flavored teas. He wasn't used to that. And I said, I'm going to order your tea for you. I said, give him a passion aid. So it's like passion tea and a lemonade mixed together, kind of like an Arnold Palmer. Negro got addicted to it. So we up in the restaurant. And so when we got done, he ordered his food. And we got done, he had to go stuff. And he's like, I was like, so when we left, I said, what you think? "Oh, it was all right. It was all right." "Oh, okay. Let me tell y'all the story. This ninja. So I'm going to work every day. He tells me, I like to smoke and sometimes I might want to walk around, knowing he don't like to walk in the heat. Can you give me a key where I can get in and out the apartment? I said, the second key is sitting up right on there, right hanging up on the thing. And you can take it whenever you want. It's sitting right up there. Oh, okay. I said, just going. So here's what he wanted the key for. Y'all gonna love this. So one night I was tired. I got off work and I wasn't gonna cook anything. So I was like, I'm just gonna get something and order it, take it to the house for both of us to eat because I was really tired. I had worked a long day. So I stopped in there like, hey, hi Shannon. I'm like, hey girl, how you doing? It's the wife, the owner. How's your dad doing? You remember my dad from when we first came here? She go, girl, he done been in here every day for lunch. I got to the house. This ninja was buying so much dessert, but he didn't want me to know about it. So he was hiding it in the back of my refrigerator. Girl, he had so much. This ninja had so much food from Euro Cafe in the back of my refrigerator. I said, I got in the house. I should have known he had a-hole tendencies at that point, right? Dropping the meatballs in. I'll let those sit for a minute. Y'all hear me? Okay. So this ninja, he going up there every day for lunch. Yes, he was. Had desserts hidden in the back of the refrigerator. And I should have known he was self-centered then because he didn't even buy nothing extra and bring it to the house. But also the part was he didn't want to admit that he really liked the place. Remember, It's all right. It's all right." I said, what you do today? "Oh, I slept and watched TV." "Oh, okay. How'd that go?" "It was all right. It was all right." "Hmm. How was your cafe?" I said, "I thought they were just all right." "No, that they food pretty good." I said, they know me now. You think? My understanding, you done been over there every day. Crazy as hell. He asshole, but I get along. I do get along with him. I hate to say it, but he got asshole tendencies. But he funny as hell. Um, yeah. So he that was the first time we went to your cafe and he was hiding the food out. So our recent issue, oh, the house, that pea smell is killing me. So when I got in, I when I got in this go round, you could smell a light stench of the urine. It's all coming back from that hallway area. I love these things. Hmm. Oh, the shrimp dumpling is good. That's damn good actually. Um, I had went down the hallway to go to the bathroom, and you can smell the urine smell all down the hallway. It's bad. Um, Not as pungent, but at night when he, I guess, has this accident because he don't get his ass out of his bed and go to the bathroom, you can smell it bad. So yesterday when I got in, was yesterday? Whatever day I was there, he goes to the bathroom to empty his pee bag. He goes to the bathroom to empty his pee bag and comes out the bathroom. What should you hear after you go to the bathroom? You should hear running water, right? Because if it means you hear running water, it means that you wash your hands. This ninja goes in there, empties his pee bag, comes out of the bathroom, no running water. I hear the toilet flush. He walks right out. I don't hear running water the first. Phenomenal. Thank you. Appreciate it. Um, don't hear running water the first. He comes out the bathroom, goes to the freezer, and gets a cup of ice. Shannon won't be getting no ice. I won't be getting no. Me and the ice is done. So I tell him. I said. So today, last night, it got the pea smell got so pungent last night. This morning I got up and I said, look, he like, you gonna come to breakfast this morning? No, it's too damn early. Hey, brown sugar. Um, it's too damn early. So I said, you get up too early. He gets up like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. They open at 6, and he right there when the doors open. The people ain't even there yet. Edamame. People ain't even there yet. He there when the doors open. So it's hilarious. He turns around, and when he comes back to the house, and I'm awake, I said, look, I'm trying to be nice because I understand. I'm trying to be Christian about it, y'all, but it's hard. I said, Monty, look. I said, first of all, I said, I don't know what you got going on in the room, but you can smell throughout your house the urine. I understand this is a health issue for you. I'm not trying to be mean, and it seems like you must have gotten used to the odor. I said, but you can smell the urine throughout the house. I had to close the doors. It was that pungent from his room. I closed it because he puts his clothes in the second room and in his room, and his room is the worst. Plus, he's peeing in the bed at night. So he has the little thing in there, but it's getting in the covers, and then he strips the whole bed down. And I said, look, I'm not trying to be mean. I said, but at this point, you need to do the following. I said, you need to get some trash bins with lids, plastic, put them in there. Oh, I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me now? Is that better? Brown sugar, is that better? Let me know if that's better. Okay. I was talking lower. I told him, I said, I'm not trying to be mean, but you need to get some trash bins with lids, and you need to put some, you need to go ahead and put some, bags in there. I said, and then when you have your issues, you put all that stuff. Hey, Cammy, what's up, baby? Um, you put your dirty clothes in there, and you put the lids on. That way, the smell doesn't absorb throughout your house. I said because right now, this house smells like urine. I said it's right now. It's when you walk down the hall, it's extremely strong. I said when you come in, you can smell it. I said you need to put something. I said, and I'm not trying to be mean. I said, but you've gotten used to it, but this is not. I said it's not healthy. I said the other thing I'm gonna mention to you, and you do what you want to do. I said because I'm not getting no ice. Me and ice are done. I said you went in the bathroom, you emptied out your urine bag. I said, Monty, urine is a biohazard. Any kind of our feces, our urine, any of that's a biohazard. There's a reason why when you go to the bathroom at a restaurant, they tell you wash your damn hands. I said, so even though you're not holding your wee wee anymore, you're still messing with something that has urine in it. So even though you drain it, I said that's still urine based. You got to touch the toilet. You're in the bathroom. When you get done, you need to wash your hands. You need to wash your hands. I said you don't just and go to the bathroom and not wash your hands. I said that's it's unsanitary. I said not only that it can make you sick. Not only that you're using ice. I'm here, and what if you have somebody who stopped by? I know you don't have a lot of people that visit you, and you hand them something to drink. Are they going there to get some ice? That ice now has your uriny hands up in it. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Hey, Laura Lee. You know, oh, okay? You know Shabu Shabu. We call it hot pot in Arizona, but yeah, Shabu Shabu is the bomb. That's what I'm doing right now, and it is okay. I told y'all I'm an Asian fan. I love Asian food, but yeah, so I had to come to Jesus meeting with him. You gotta stay clean. Thank you, Cammy. And that's what I tried to tell him. I said, he came out there one time. He had pea stains on the back of his pants. Some of you have to realize he might be trying to perform for me. So he likes to perform. We were talking about those generational curses. On my father's side of the family, we have people, one of my great aunts, and even her kids, they like to be sick because it gets attention. And I think he has some of those generational curses. I don't like to be sick. Thank you. Um, I didn't want anything too heavy, although I have beef in here. I did do beef, and then they did meatballs. Um, I usually do the beef, and last time I came at lunchtime, and I didn't realize it was gonna be this big, but I'll have plenty of it left over. So, um, and I did the shrimp dumplings, and I have the sauces, so I did those. Um, the shrimp dumpling is good though. I'm gonna get that next time. They have a pho restaurant out here too. That's pretty good. So, hmm hmm I'm gonna add the vegetables in a minute. Right now, I'm working on all my accessories. But yeah, I had to talk to him about it and I don't know he still may go in there but me and the ice are done. I'm good. I'm good. I also think he's OCD. I've actually come to the conclusion I really think he does have OCD. I think my grandmother had it too, but she was a clean freak, and I think his comes out more negative. Um, his OCD is like that's why the soap bars. If you look at when he gets rid of the soap bars, I don't know if I told y'all when I went in there, there's like 15 bars of soap in the trash in a red. And I asked him was something wrong with the soap. You talking about they got too small and they had only been used. He showers once it shrinks down to a certain size, he throws it away. And I'm not talking about it's too thin and the soap starts breaking up. I'm talking about it still got about maybe you could probably do 10, 15 more showers with that bar of soap. He throws it away. And I asked him, he said, oh, it's too small. And I looked at it and I just realized he's doing it for all the sizes of the soap when he gets rid of them are virtually all the same size. That's an OCD thing. Um, I think, I hate to say it, I think he's got some psychological stuff going on. And I don't know where it all stems from. Because, like, when I was here working for Wells Fargo before he actually started being on the catheter and stuff, he be in there, and sometimes I've heard him do it now, not as bad as what he was before. He goes into some dream mode, and that brother's in there in war in that room. I mean, he fighting a war. And now, when people say, well, he was a vet. Yeah, he's a Vietnam vet, but he didn't fight in Vietnam. He served on a German base because he was an only son. All he did was drive the officers around. He didn't do crap. So, he did not fight. Not like some of his buddies from the railroad. Okay, y'all, I'm getting ready to mix everything up. Let's get that done. Okay, I'm gonna crank it up a little bit and get that boil going. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all putting in the vegetables now. Let me crank it around. Happy Memorial Day to everybody, by the way. So, I wish I had brought my little stand. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna put this down for a second. Right, I'm gonna put y'all right here. I'm gonna have to break the vegetables up a little bit, and then I'll put them in. Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna break the tofu up too. I don't like chunky tofu. I like my tofu broke up. Like we have a restaurant I go to in Phoenix where it's right next to one of the pho places, Nikki, if you're still on here. And that particular restaurant, okay, let's crank it around. Hopefully it'll crank around. Okay, oh, hold on. There you guys go. That particular restaurant, they to me the chunks of pho are too big, or a tofu are too big. But anyway, okay. So first thing I do is I'm gonna drop the harder things in. So that, that, and then so now that everything's been cooking a minute, the rest of it doesn't take as long. I don't know what that is. Lorely, you might know what that is. I don't know what that is. It might be like a smoked tofu. It's dropped in there. I know it was good last time. This is regular tofu. I broke it up. Put the tofu in there. And that's some mushrooms I'm putting in there. I put the corn in already, the baby corn. I love baby corn. I do the cabbage last because I don't like my vegetables real mushy either. Um, it looks like this is udon noodles. I think that's some udon noodles. And they got some cabbage underneath. I'll get that in a minute. This little thing, I love these. I don't know what this is. Lorely, if you know what that is, let me know. This right here, it's kind of got like a pink and purple to it. I love that. I've had it at another hot pot restaurant in Cali. Anyway, and now I'm putting the cabbage in there too. And I just mix it in. Oh, by the way, I don't know if y'all can see that. They got a water wheel over there. And y'all can hear some of the Asian music in the background. So, and mixing that in there. Yeah, let's see, mixing it in there. Just stir it up. If the and then with the hot pot or the shabu shabu, however you want to put it, if the liquid starts going down too much, all you have to do is get your server and then come over with more liquid, so it doesn't dry out, and then just add more soup to it. Well, this is my Memorial Day chill out day. Gonna run me probably about. This was about 14, 15. It came with the soup, the edamame, and this was the salad edamame, and then I paid $5 for the what do you call it, for the dumplings, and then I'll take some of this home to go because this is a lot more than what I had last time, and I'll let that cook for a minute, and then I'll add in the rest. All right, there we go, and then I'll add in the rest. But yeah, grumpy. So I had to have a little come to Jesus meeting with him, and it doesn't matter. He's still gonna do what he's gonna do. He's a grown little boy. I mean, I hate to say it, my father is a grown child, and it's really quite depressing um, on how he is. And he's gonna get a lesson because once he uses that money up from that loan, he's gonna be screwed because they're gonna take that. And I don't know if it was part of his play to think I was gonna give him some money. I'm not giving him any money. Money he brings in good money. He brings in enough money. His apartment's cheap, 625 a month, and he brings in good money. There's no reason. Diet Pepsi. I haven't done any Coke lately, but had a craving, and I may do what they call the mochi at the end. That's like a mochi is like a wrapped little ice cream, and I may do that at the end, depending on how full I am. I'm gonna drop the noodles in here in a minute. I'm gonna crank that up a little bit and let it boil. But and this sauce right here is not bad. This is I think more ginger based if I remember correctly. hmm Kind of a $600 is a steal for what? What you talking about? $600. Oh, 600. Oh, you talking about his rent? Yeah, his rent is 625 a month. It's a two-bedroom apartment, one bathroom, handicap shower. So he actually has the bars in there for elder because it's 55 plus community. I'll see if I can do a little tour without him knowing. That doesn't matter whether he knows or not. I'll do a little tour of it. I mean, I got him some little plastic shelves because he's different. Dude's just different. And like today, he got a lot of women. I know the ex-girlfriend from one many years ago, she cooked for him. I guess, but when I'm coming in, they're like, I got to get off the phone. Linda made something. I got to go pick it up. I'm like, okay. So then today, the church lady, the one whose sister referred me to the trucking company that I'm at right now, that sister, okay, Jeanette, welcome to the channel, Jeanette. That's how I want to see the damn food. It sounds amazing. Ah, hold on, I'm gonna turn it around. I've already made the so you have to play it back because I'm taking you up to every step, even the lady bringing it to the table. So this is called hot pot or shabu shabu. Okay. Right now the broth is cooking. I already put the meat in first. I let the meat cook for a while. It's got beef and it's got some meatballs in here, and then I just put all the veggies in. The last thing I'm gonna be dropping in here in a second is the noodles, which I'm getting ready to drop in here right now because everything should be good. So the noodles are kind of frozen. Let's see if I can get them. Yeah, y'all, hold on. Okay, we might have to. I might have to scoop. Hold on for a second. Okay, I kind of had to help them out a little bit there. Okay, so I'm gonna drop the noodles in, and the noodles are in. Okay, I'm gonna do that. So I have to turn it down. You can turn it down here. So if you haven't seen the beginning, you can turn it down there. All right, turning it down, and then I just let it steam. Y'all can see the steam coming off. All right, very good. Can I get a bowl and a little plate? A bowl and a plate, because I'm gonna do it like a soup, and I'm also gonna do it where I mix it. So I do it both ways. Actually, you know what? I can use this bowl. Let me just go ahead and get a little plate. All right, cool. Yes, please. And a few more pieces of lemon. Thank you. Caitlin is the bomb. All right, so you see, I'm just stirring it and letting it go. And then I'll show you how I serve it up. So you can actually end up taking it and putting it in here and then putting some broth in. Oh, you know what? That's what I need to tell her. I need a spoon. I need like a spoon because I should be able to take some of the broth out of it. People do it differently. I like the spoon with it. Okay. Okay, y'all see me okay? All right. All right. Hopefully that helped you out, Jeanette. You can see what we're working with. Um, and I'm moving that over. I don't leave my tables messy. I can't stand when you go and people leave a table a hot ass mess. I don't. I actually kind of semi clean up. So my waitresses don't have to do a lot. I stack their plates for them so they can come get them. I don't do it. It just it bothers me when people leave it a mess. Thank you very much. Oh, hello. Can I get a spoon? A spoon or scooper or a spoon? You're beautiful. Thank you. Ooh, she brought me the plate and the spoon. So she got me a big plate. I didn't want a plate that big, but it's okay. So you can actually do it, and I'll show you two ways that you can do it. I do it as you can do it as a soup, or you can do it kind of like you let it sit in there and let it marinate. So like marinate, and then you take the fruit veg or the veggies, noodles, and veggies, noodles, and meat out, and then you can put it. You can take a little bit of rice, and I put it in. Thank you, thank you. Well, I was just sharing that. Ah, shoot, this thing is starting to lean down. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Let me. All right, we're gonna have to end here soon because my battery's getting low, and I didn't bring my battery back up in. Um, I think I have a little bit of it too. Mine is usually when I am putting something together, it has to be exactly right. If I don't, I'll take it apart and redo it again. So I think we've inherited it from my grandmother, and I don't know if she got it from somewhere else. Um, but um, I believe that's my father. That's part of his issue, and that's why he does everything. He eats everything exactly the same. Here, I'm going to show you guys the final because I'm gonna have to close it out because my battery's getting low. So here we go. So the way I do it, okay. So did a little rice in this bowl. I did a little rice here. You can do it one of two ways. So I'm picking it up from here, and I'm going to bring some noodles here. That's in the bowl, okay. And then I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to pick it up here with the tongs, and I'm bring some here. Get some meat, get a meatball. Y'all can see that, okay? And I'll bring some of the noodles in too, if I can get some of the noodles out of here. Okay, here's some of the meat and the noodles. Put that there, okay? And here, all right? Now, what I do is for the soup part, I just put the soup in here and make it into a soup, just like this, okay? That's the soup part. And then we have two sauces, and I basically will take these sauces. This is kind of like a peanut ginger sauce, and this is kind of a soy sauce with onions. And I take that and I'll drizzle it across, and I'll do it a couple different ways, either in the soup or the other one. So that's it. But anyway, y'all, let me turn this around because my battery's getting real low. I might do a live later on tonight. I'm going to Starbucks next. Have a blessed evening. Have a blessed Memorial Day. If any of you guys served, I want to thank you for your service. You guys are awesome. Be blessed. Enjoy your night. Hope y'all get y'all food on and celebrate, relax before you have to go to work tomorrow. Anyway, two and two, be blessed. Peace. I'll be back on possibly later tonight or maybe tomorrow.